Hi, I'm Dana, and today I'm going to share what sold this past weekend. And actually, it was a long weekend. It was December 30th, 31st, and January 1st, as well as some sales that I made this morning, so January 2nd. For eBay, I sold 6 items for $188.44, and that's a gross total. And then for Poshmark, I sold 10 items for $297 gross. And so combined, that's 16 items for $461.44. So let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on eBay. First item to ship out is this Garnet Hill cardigan sweater, and it is 100% cashmere. So this is very soft. It has a really cute style. It's kind of more of a boxier fit with one shell button. The color is kind of like a purpley brown color, and it actually has little flecks of cream color as well. So let's see. This title is Garnet Hill Cashmere Cardigan Women Large Purple 100% Cashmere Relaxed Fit Soft. And it sold for $24. And it took, I think it might have taken a day after listing to sell. So I received an offer, and I think it was an offer it might have been an offer for 20, and I think I countered it to 24, and the buyer accepted. So I have been having pretty good luck with Garnet Hill sweaters. And that's something, I don't know if you can hear Ariel, she's meowing over there. But she's being a little bit of a pain today, so I have her kind of locked out of this room. So she's not happy about that. Let's see. Okay, so found this item at the bins, and that is the Goodwill Outlet. And my Goodwill Outlet charges $1.99 per pound. Oh, this one, and this is eBay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab an eBay's thank you sticker there. So the Goodwill Outlet is one of my favorite places to source my items from. And the main reason why is because it is very cheap. It's very cheap. It really does bring down lowers my cost of goods average a lot. So I like to shop there as much as I can. And it's probably about 15-20 minutes away, a drive from where I live. So it's not too far. But I also shop at my closest Goodwill store, and that one is only like 10 minutes away, maybe even a little less. So I like to go to sort of closest to me. Okay, so next we have another cashmere sweater. This is Diane von Furstenberg, and 100% cashmere, a very pretty sort of cream color or ivory color. It has some ribbing on the back, so that's a nice detail. And this one, again, I found this one also at my Goodwill bins. Let's see. I'm just going to start the fold. And then I can tell you, let's see. So title is Diane von Furstenberg sweater, women medium beige, 100% cashmere, relaxed fit, soft. And it sold for $20. And I've had this one for about, I think a month and a half. And I received an offer, and I just decided to go ahead and accept the offer. It had been sitting in, my store for, a month and a half. So I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and accept the offer, make some profit so that I can go and buy, other items. And I pretty much pick up any brand of cashmere sweaters during, fall and winter season. So, and it does tend to sell pretty quickly. But, in this case, for a $20 sale, I probably will make about, I don't know, maybe about $15 profit after you take away cost of goods. My cost of goods average per item is $1.40 per item. And also if you take away the platform fees. So what I'm striving to make on each sale is at least $20 profit. So that doesn't fall in my profit, margin. Let me see. Okay, I got this one. I have this one. I see. Okay. There was just this loose poly mailer inside the bag, which confused me because then I thought, where's the item that goes with the poly mailer? But it's an unlabeled poly mailer bag, so it's okay. All right, so next is I think this is Norma Cale. I think this is a Norma Cale jacket. And I don't know if you can see it. It's really an interesting vintage item. And if I can, maybe I can put in the listing photograph, because you really can't tell what this thing looks like when I just hold it up like this. But found this one also at the bins, and I just thought it was such an interesting piece. I remember Norma Cale was very popular in the 80s, I think 70s and 80s. Probably the popularity went into the 90s as well, but I don't know, for some reason, I think in the 90s I was less focused on fashion. And I think that's when my oldest daughter was born. And I don't know, for me, becoming a new mom, it just sort of, I had less time to spend, focused on fashion. So I think that's why. Anyways, kind of went full force into, being a mom in those days. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and, this is a pretty big item. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just really start wrapping this up, because I don't know if I'm gonna, these bigger items, I don't know if you can tell, but the wrapping paper that I've been buying is smaller wrapping paper. It's not as big as the size that I used to get. So when I do have bigger items like this, it is more of like a little Frankenstein wrap job, I guess. I'm gonna just do this for now. So Norma Cale was very popular back when I was like, I don't know, like a teenager. And her style, I remember just really big shoulder pads, and kind of oversized kind of silhouette. So let's see, this is right there. And I do feel like the oversized look is kind of, you know, it is coming back into style. And from what I can recall, I mean, I remember the 80s being pretty oversized, you know, baggy jeans, oversized, you know, big shoulders. That kind of look. Okay, so that's good. Also, I do remember, you know, there was the short mini skirt kind of look as well, you know, kind of tight fitting, but otherwise, I think the baggy style was pretty prevalent back then. The title for this is Vintage Norma Cale Cardigan Women Medium Black Long Open Oversized Legging Look is the title. And this, I received an offer for $25. I sat around for a while wondering if I should accept it, and I went ahead and just accepted it. You know, not sure how popular this item would be to many buyers. So since, you know, one person sent me an offer, I went ahead and accepted it. Let's see, and it took about a day after listing to receive this offer. So happy to move it out. This is not quite making my profit margin, so probably making maybe about $18 on this sale, but it did sell fast, and so that's important to me. Okay, there. It's all wrapped up. Alrighty. I'm gonna just clean up a little bit here. Yes. All right, so next to ship out is this Pendleton wool shirt. This is a really nice one. And you know, I actually can't remember if I got this at the bins or if I got this at the Goodwill store. Really can't remember. But let's see. The title is Pendleton Shirt Men XL Blue Cascade 100% Virgin Wool Flannel Outdoor Work is the title. And it sold for $44, and it took, oh wow, I think it took a day after listing. So been having really fast sales, which is, you know, which is great for me. So yeah, this one sold fast, and I really like this shirt. I think I picked this up at the Goodwill store. So yeah, so a viewer did have a comment, a really good comment, saying, you know, she would like me to mention like how much each item cost me, and I can try to do that, but what I do is I don't. Okay, let me think about this for a second. I don't do line by line accounting anymore. I used to, keep a spreadsheet, and I would enter in every item as a single line. And then when something sold, I would go in and I would put, mark it as sold. And this kind of accounting was very helpful for me for the first year of reselling, as I was learning brands and learning, what sold well and things like that. However, after a year, I stopped doing that, and I actually use Cheryl Millers spreadsheet. And what her spreadsheet does is it doesn't account for line by line, but it just accounts for the cost when I go and source that day's trip. I put it into the spreadsheet, and then I put down how many items I bought with that. And so I keep a running tab for the year. And what happens is the spreadsheet adds up all my costs of goods, and it comes out with an average for each item. So right now my average for each item is $1.40. And this way, this is the way I keep track, I do also on the spreadsheet that's by Cheryl. I also keep a running tab of how much I spend on items per week as well, and that's just for my own knowledge, and I want to know if I'm spending too much or if I can spend more. And so it's just helpful for me to keep track of my business. I don't know what's sticking. Okay, so since I do remember that I purchased this at my Goodwill store. My Goodwill store has, they sell items, or they price items per category. So any long sleeve shirt, sweater, top is $9.99. So this was $9.99. And if I bought this, and I can't remember if I did, but if I bought this on senior discount day, there would have been a 15% off on the $9.99. So, okay. So, and I could actually show my spreadsheet and kind of like the before and after, and that might help sort of explain what my accounting looks like. Okay, so this is my old spreadsheet that I used to use, and as you can see, I would put each item down line by line in this inventory spreadsheet. And the last day that I recorded an item was on February 25th, 2023, right here. But otherwise, there's 750 items listed here. So when I started using Cheryl's spreadsheet, it was the end, I guess it was the end of February or the beginning of March. But you can see here, it has the date, and rather than, putting down each item line by line, what I would do is I would put how many items I bought when I went to, let's say, the Goodwill store. So in this case, there was 4 items, and I spent $34. And so what it does is this column figures out how much per item I spent. So that was $8.50. And then right below, you can see then the same day I went to the Goodwill bins. Oh, this is not a good choice. Right here, Goodwill bins on the 9th. And I picked up 15 items for $8.27. And so that came out to 55 cents per item. And so it just does this running. All I'm doing, rather than putting each item line by line, I'm just putting the number of items I purchased when I went to either the bins or the stores or out of the closet. And then it keeps this running number here. This is my average cost of goods. So it adds up all of what I spent, which is here. So for the year, I spent $4,458.81 worth of inventory. Here is, I purchased 3,178 items for 2023, and the average cost of goods came out to $1.40 per item. So this is the way I keep track. And then just one other thing that I did, and you can go ahead and customize the spreadsheet to how you want it to look, or what you want to emphasize. But I started to try to figure out how much I spent per week. And so in this case, I spent $90.39 for 45 items. And I just kind of, would block out the week and figure out, just for my own self, because if you use an accountant or if you're trying to figure out your taxes, you don't need to know this information, but it was good information for me to just know how many items I was picking up per week and how much I was spending. So, in this case, this week, I think I went to the stores quite a bit. So my spend was higher here. It was, over $200. And then same with the following week. But then, later on it went down. Hopefully this is helpful for you, and I will go ahead and put a link to Cheryl Millers' website in the description below. Okay, so next is a really pretty sort of tunic blouse by Carol Little. And I don't know, this is just a fun, pretty tunic blouse. It has kind of this patchwork style, multimedia, has a kind of an artsy vibe going on. And let me go ahead and, nice big shell buttons as well. And this one is actually vintage. So the title is Vintage Carol Little Blouse, Women 10 Blue Floral Tunic Mixed Pattern Patchwork is the title. And this one sold 21. It took about 2 weeks after listing to sell, and it sold for $34. So to me, this is a great sale. I'm definitely getting my profit margin. I'm getting a little over $20 profit. It sold in 2 weeks, which is fast. So that's great for me. It actually took me a while to list this one. I sat on it for a while. I don't know why. I think I wasn't super confident how this would sell. And, I knew that it was a nice looking piece. And I don't even remember when I looked at comps, how it comped out. But I don't know. And then, maybe perhaps I wasn't quite as excited, to list this one. But very happy with the sale. I'm going to keep looking for vintage Carol Little and, keep experimenting with it, because this was a nice sale. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm curious, do you guys pick up, Carol Little? I remember, I don't know if it's still in production or not. You guys can let me know. I do remember this Carol Little 80s, 90s, and being pretty popular. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fold it. Not fold it, but package it up. And this I picked up at the bins. I hope everyone is doing well, sales are good, and also Happy New Year to everyone. Excited for the new year. Okay. Yeah, so I'm excited for the new year. I love sort of the new beginnings or, fresh start. That's really kind of exciting for me. Have I come up with my goals for 2024? Not quite yet. I really want to just sit down and really think about it and, probably put it down in writing and then maybe try to come up with a plan on how to achieve those goals. So that'll be coming hopefully soon. Okay, so next we have this really lovely one-piece bathing suit. The brand is La Blanca, and this one I got at the Goodwill store. It's new with tags. I just thought this style was really, really a nice style. I thought I'm going to go ahead and list it for sort of those, people who are going on vacation during the winter. And before you know it, anyway, spring will be here. Okay, do that. I'm going to go ahead and start this one too. All right. So I like to pick up one-piece bathing suits for women, and I know that some bikinis and other swimwear can do really well, but I just haven't researched it yet. Like tankinis, bikinis. I'm not really familiar with which brands sell really well. So because of that, I just kind of stick with one-piece bathing suits. To me, I feel a little bit more comfortable selling them, and I kind of stick with a handful of different brands that I'll pick up. Although, I will definitely research a brand. If I come across a really nice swimsuit and I don't know what the brand is, I'll look it up. So. Okay, and let me give you the title. And this one, yeah, so I did pick it up. I'm going to try to remember to let you guys know how much I paid for it at that time. I believe swimsuits at the Goodwill store are, I want to say $6.99, so $7. So this is La Blanca swimsuit, women, medium, white, pink, orange, tummy control, slimming, new is the title. And this one did take a little while. Oh, it sold for $30.40. So this is, a great sale for me. And it took, I would say it took about 3 weeks to sell. So fast sale, great sale, made more than the $20 profit, which is great. And it sold, what did I say, 3 weeks? So that's fast. Just when I thought it was all over with Poshmark, Poshmark pulled through and was able to have quite a few sales this weekend with Poshmark. So, not ready to give up on Poshmark yet. So first item to ship out is this basketball jersey. And it is the Vancouver Grizzlies. The player is Jaren Jackson. So I picked this up at the bins and pretty much, you know, well, let me think. Yeah, I did. I feel a lot more comfortable picking up jerseys, sports jerseys at the bins, just because, you know, the cost of them is so low. And then that way I'm taking a chance on, you know, when I go home and I really research the player, basically, to see, you know, how popular the player is. I don't, if the player is not popular, if they're in the news and something bad happened, you know, it's not such a loss of, you know, for me. So, okay, I'm gonna just fold that up there. Title is Vancouver Grizzlies Jaren Jackson jersey. 44 teal basketball Nike Swingman number 13. And this sold for $50. And it took about a day after listing. So this is a fast sale, great sale for me. $50 is, you know, a very good profit. I think when I researched this, I think I had it at like almost $100, close to 100 or something like that. When I got the offer for $50, I just went ahead and accepted it. I could have sat on it for longer, you know, now that I think about it, but it's okay. Why did I accept this one? One reason is this jersey doesn't have any patches, sewn patches on it. I don't know if, yeah, I feel like the worth of the sewn patches is a lot greater than just the sort of the vinyl or the screen printing on jerseys. So I think that was one reason. Okay, so this is, I gotta switch this out. Alrighty. Right. Yeah, so I had a really nice weekend, and I had a very nice weekend, very relaxing and fun. I got to see friends, and I really did not want to do my reselling duties. I had a very difficult time this weekend, and I think this weekend I really did not do a very good job of listing. So photographing and listing. I just felt like, no, I don't want to do that. So I'm kind of playing catch up because of the weekend and how I took some kind of, you know, time away from it. I had a feeling that was going to happen because last week, I guess, when it was Christmas week, I had the same kind of experience, but I actually did pull through and do my listings and stuff, although I just really, really, really didn't want to. So this time I even just like didn't do it. But now I'm trying to catch up. But I still launch my listings, my 5 a day, every day. It's just that I ate into my draft bank for this weekend. And so now I'm trying to fill up the draft bank again. So that's kind of how that works. Let's see. This is a pair of Levi Jeans. They're wedgies. And they are new with tags. I don't know if you can see that. They're, oh yeah, big new with tags right in the front. I think I got these at the Goodwill store, and I picked them up on senior discount day. So jeans at my Goodwill store is $9.99. So with 15%, I don't know, I don't do the math. Is it like, comes out to like maybe $8 or something? So anyways, but again, what I'm trying to focus on is that I'm doing an average cost of goods as opposed to line by line accounting. So my average cost of goods is $1.40. So when I look at it that way, I'm more inclined to go ahead and purchase things, especially at the store. And the reason being is because I'm a bin shopper, I'm so used to really low cost of goods that I find it hard to pull the trigger and purchase things at Goodwill store. But if I think a little bit more like, oh, rather than each item costs this, if I think each item's cost of goods is $1.40, I'm so much more inclined to pick it up. So anyways, there. Okay, so let me just go ahead and do that. Title for this is Levi Jeans Women 30 Wedgie Black Button Fly High Rise Tapered Streetwear, and it sold for $30, and it took a couple days after listing. So this is another great fast sale. $30 is meeting what I want to make, even a little bit more. So good pickup, good sale. Okay. One thing I noticed is that I ran out of my Tyvek envelopes, and the Tyvek envelopes from USPS.com. That's where I order them. I need to order some more. So jeans, for Poshmark sales, I use Tyvek most of the time. So that's my favorite sort of shipping envelope. Let's put that in there. Okay, so let's see. Next we have a down puffer vest here for men. I think it's my lighting is not great in here. I think this is a dark brown color. So I'm going to go ahead and just start folding this up. Okay, and actually I'll look up. There it is. Title is Land's End Vest Men Medium Brown Down Puffer Quilted Feathers Outdoor Hiking Warm is the title, and it sold for $20, and it took I think this one took kind of like 2.5 months to sell. So not a super fast sale, and $20 profit. That's not $20 profit. That's a $20 sale, and the profit would be maybe around $15. So, not the best sale. Would I pick up this item again? Let's see. I sort of consider 2 months a fast sale, and 3 months is kind of like average. So since it took 2.5 months, it's kind of right, I don't know, right there. So I may or may not pick this one up again. I think that's what it's kind of telling me. Maybe if I'm having a slow day at the bins, I might pick it up. Maybe if I'm finding a lot of great items, I would let this one go. So yeah, that's how yeah, that makes sense to me. Because yeah, some days are really great sourcing days and some days are not, you know. Some days I can even walk out with nothing, so. All right. Okay. I feel like I haven't sourced in a long time, but I just went to the bins this past weekend, so I was there recently. I guess I took a day off on Monday. I didn't go on New Year's Day. New Year's Day was very chill for me. What ended up happening was my oldest daughter is with her husband visiting her in-laws in San Diego. And so it was just me and my younger daughter. And so, you know, my background is I'm Japanese American, and for Japanese and Japanese Americans, we really, a big holiday is New Year's Day. So that's a kind of a big one for us. And we end up like making a lot of sort of traditional, you know, Japanese food recipes. And I remember when I was young, we would go to my grandma's house and there would be 3 generations in the kitchen, all, you know, making the food. And that's a really nice memory for me. I like thinking about that. So yesterday, you know, my younger daughter and I were able to cook together, and she actually made this really nice dish. It was a baked sushi rice dish, which was really good. So that's when I was like, oh, you know, we have to remember that one, because, you know, that would be good for, you know, next year or even whenever, you know. So anyways, here is a Lance of Salzburg flannel nightgown. My mom had one just like this. She always wore, she loved Lance. She actually, when she was a single woman too, working in Beverly Hills, she would wear Lance a lot. And I had some pieces, and I've actually sold them both. But anyway, so it was one of her favorite brands, I remember. So when I saw these at the bins, I went ahead and picked it up. There's another one that's white, a white one, which I haven't listed yet. So happy that this one sold, pretty quick. Let's see. Pull this one down. Yeah, I'm not really interested in wearing nightgowns. It's not something that's comfortable for me. And one thing I notice is if my legs are cold, I'm freezing. So it would be hard to just kind of lounge around in a nightgown for me. But my mom really liked nightgowns a lot. She wore them all the time. Okay. So yeah, so New Year's Day was very laid back, easy. We made the rice dish, and also I made another thing that's pretty traditional, which is a mochi soup, or I think we call it ozoni. So I make that every year just for New Year's Day. And that's a tradition. So, but you know, both the mochi, which is made out of rice, and then the sushi rice dish, both lots of carbs. And you know, my New Year's resolution is to cut back on the carbs, not eat so much. But I do make an exception definitely on New Year's Day. So yeah, I guess that's one of my goals, is to, you know, eat better. But for me, I noticed that I'm very, I don't know, it's like a cycle. I eat really well for, I don't know, you know, most of the year, or maybe 75% of the year, and then the last 25% I stopped. Mainly because of the holidays, you know, and the holidays approaching. All right, so I think I hope I read. Yeah, I think I did. So I'm gonna go this other page. All right, next we have another Pendleton shirt that sold, which is great. Really lovely colors. I love this this plaid. And this one, the other one was wool. This one is cotton. So it's very soft. I'm going to just start the fold a little bit. Yeah, so the title is Pendleton Shirt Men Medium Brown Plaid Mason Flannel Cotton Button Long Sleeve is the title. This one sold for $25, and it took, wow, it took a long time. Let's see. July, August, September, October, November, December. So I want to say it took about 6.5 months to sell. So this is one that sat for a really long time. What does that say? Maybe I might want to skip the cotton Pendleton flannel plaid shirts and just stick with the wool. That might be best for me. I'm just wondering if this might sell better during the fall, although I went through a fall and it didn't sell, so yeah. I don't really think of this being a spring and a summer item, but maybe just because it has fall colors. Okay. But I'm very happy that this sold. I definitely want to move out my older items too, you know? Also, with the beginning of the new year, I am thinking of going through my old inventory and, you know, maybe I can do another sale, markdown sale, or maybe even an auction to try to get rid of some of the older items. And if that doesn't work, then I will go ahead and donate them. And how many items would that be? I'm not exactly sure. I should do like a, you know, an inventory, but I'm thinking maybe that might be about, I don't know, maybe about 20 or 30 items or so. Okay. I do know that I am working up to trying to list more. But again, you know, I am taking it pretty slow. So, but this year, you know, if I can list a little bit more, I think that would be good. I'd be heading in the right direction. So, all right. So here's another older item that sold, and it is a Raiders polo shirt. I've had this one for, I think I've had this one for quite a while, but let me look up the listing here. It's oh yeah, I don't even have a date on it. So this is pretty old. I would say it's over, it's probably over 8 months old. It's Las Vegas Raiders polo shirt, men's extra large black logo, NFL football, Oakland. And it sold for $10. I think I got an offer for 10 and I just accepted it. This would be one of the items that I would put into, if I still had it, if I didn't sell it, I would put it into a very aggressive markdown sale, to whereas, you know, maybe it hopefully would sell for the $10. So either aggressive markdown sale, or I can also do an auction. I don't know, maybe, I don't know which one's better. I don't know. What's kind of fun about the auctions is, you know, is once it ends, it kind of like closes it. It's no longer listed and it goes into my unsolds. So in a way, it's like, okay, yeah, it's all done. Now I can go ahead and donate it, you know? So. Yeah. So would I pick this up again? No. And I think one of the things that I would do differently too is I wouldn't call it Las Vegas Raiders. I would have called it Oakland Raiders. And then I put Las Vegas on the end. Even though their current place that they are is Las Vegas, I think they're more known as Oakland Raiders. That's kind of more their legacy. So to me, I already see it like a mistake in my listing. But so perhaps I would not pick up another polo shirt, or perhaps if I do, you know, definitely list it with Oakland instead of Las Vegas. And, you know, still put Las Vegas in the title, but not at the front. Okay. So I have a trip to Hawaii coming up, and you know, this whole time is the holidays have been really challenging for me, just to stay really motivated and hyped up, you know, to keep my business going. It does make me nervous about the upcoming trip to Hawaii, because I don't feel like I'm going to be very motivated to really focus in on my business. So that makes me nervous. But anyway, so maybe it is a good idea for me. What I'm thinking now is I might just launch something like 3 listings per day while I'm gone, and then I'll also extend my shipping time to, I don't know, however long it needs to go. Maybe I even do it like a week or something like that. I don't know. And it would be great if maybe my my youngest daughter, she is still a teenager because she's 19, but if she can do some shipping for me, that would be, you know, fantastic if that could happen. Okay, so next we have a Patagonia shirt. This is really nice. It had this on it, and it makes me think that it might be like new with tags, but I'm not sure. Anyways, really nice shirt. I think I did pick this one up at this Goodwill store, so that would have been $9.99, but cheaper if I got the senior discount. And let's see. There it is. Okay, so this one is Patagonia Farriers, and I think that's the model name or the style name. Work shirt, women, small tan hemp blend Button Front Durable is the title, and this sold for $46. And it took, I think it might have sold the same day after listing. So this one was a great sale for me. Definitely, if I see this again, I would snatch it up. And, paying up is, no problem on this particular shirt. So very happy with this sale. Okie doke. I have a feeling that sourcing will be really good because I feel as though people are going to be cleaning out their closets, with January. And so I definitely want to go sourcing as soon as I can. And I'm also going to try sourcing at the in Hawaii at both the Goodwill bins and the Goodwill stores. I'm going to take a look and see. I think that would be a really fun experience. I've been only to 3 different bins locations. But I do hear about other YouTubers and things. They might take these trips and they would go to visit different Goodwill bins around the country, and I think that's really what a fun trip. Okay. The only problem is bringing the inventory back, on the plane. So, and I hear luggage is kind of expensive, so that would be added to your cost of goods. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right, so we have a suit, jacket, or a blazer. Let me go ahead and read you the title real quick. And it is Lauren Ralph Lauren blazer, men, 56L, gray pinstripe, 100% wool, sports coat, 2-button is the title. And this one took 3 months to sell. Maybe 4. I have a hard time calculating days, I guess, when I look at the month. So I'm really sorry for the lag in time where I'm trying to figure it out. But it was listed in September 1st. So September, I guess I go October, November, December, January. So that is 4 months, yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. So this one sold in about 4 months and it sold for $21. So this was not a great sale for me, but I hope that the buyer loves this blazer. It's 100% wool. Ralph Lauren is a great brand. So, I think it is definitely a quality item. 56 long is kind of a little bit more of an unusual size. So maybe, just needed to find the right buyer. I'm going to go ahead and this one I'm going to send out in a box. And the reason why is because it's Poshmark and shipping is really easy, flexible. We can use pretty much any kind of priority mail envelope or box, and it's still the same price as long as it's under 5 pounds. So many reasons why I still really enjoy selling on Poshmark. And The shipping is super easy. Although, you know, the thing about it is with eBay, you can make a little bit of profit off of the shipping. No, this is... So that's kind of nice. This will work now. Okay. I've slowed down on picking up blazers. I haven't been really finding ones that I don't know, that I'm motivated to pick up. I did pick up a full suit, and it's just sitting waiting for me to list it, and I have not wanted to list a full suit just because of all the measurements that I need to do on it. So not sure if I'll really do that again, pick up a men's full suit. I have picked up women's full suits, I think like skirt suits, and I think they have been like St. John and vintage St. John. So that to me is, I don't know, a little bit more fun to list. So anyways. Yes. So how have you guys been with setting your goals for 2024? Did you guys think of some good ones? Have you wrote them down? I think that's something that I'm going to try to do. I'm going to start thinking about probably like a monetary goal that I want to make for my business, and see if I can, you know, there's like a monetary number that I can shoot for. I think that's going to be something good. I'm going to be thinking about goals for my personal life, as well as also with my YouTube channel as well. So, you know, I have a lot of goals to set. All right, so next is this linen fox. It's almost like a shacket, I guess, in black, and it has nice wooden buttons. This is quite substantial. It's a really kind of thick, heavy linen. And this actually received a lot of attention after I listed it, which was great. Let's see, I'm going to start the fold again. I'm going to fold it so that the buttons are the inside, and that just kind of protects them a little bit. Okay. Yes, so title is Linen Fox Jacket Women large / XL, black bill, all right, black bill, heavy linen, unlined utility lagging look, and it sold for $40, and it took about 2 days after listing to sell. So this is a great sale for me. Happy with this sale. Definitely going to be on the lookout for Linen Fox, their shackets. Seems to be a popular item. Okay. This I found at the bins. There. Okay. All right, so last item. Let's see, I'm so sorry, but my phone storage filled up, so I had to go and empty, make some space for the video. So I kind of forgot where I was at, but I do know that we're on our last item. So this is a pair of Roan shorts, and for men, I think this is the first time I picked up the brand Roan, which is R-H-O-N-E. And let me find this one. Title is Roan Shorts Men Medium Gray, 7-inch inseam elastic waist performance hiking stretch is the title, and it sold for $30. And it took, I would say it took about almost a month, like 3 weeks to sell. So it took about 3 weeks to sell. This is a very fast sale. $30 is, you know, meeting my profit margin and then some. So this is a great sale for me. And I would definitely pick up Roan again. Roan shorts. You know what? You know what I get confused with is Roan and Rourke. So I need to probably research both brands and get them kind of straight. But I do remember I sold I think it was a polo shirt. It was either a Roan or Rourke polo shirt, and it sold for good money. So I think definitely a good brand to be on the lookout for. Roan, and Rourke might be a good thing to be on the lookout for. I just have to look it up and see, because I can't remember and I get them confused. So there. The other thing I noticed for my business is, you know, I need to try to list every day. I try to list both some men's and some women's items, because, you know, since I carry both, I need to sort of like list both. And I think that's probably good for the algorithm. So, and the algorithm helps get my items pushed out, you know, in front of buyers. So anyways, okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. And, you know, I hope that you guys would subscribe and like the video, and also leave me comments. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.